Hello, air signs. Welcome to today's reading. If you're new here, and welcome back to my channel if you are a subscriber or returning viewer. So I'm going to be looking at what are you manifesting as of this super full blue moon in Aquarius that just happened a couple of days ago. Like what's coming for you in the next few weeks and maybe even the next few months or the rest of the year. So we're going to be looking at general messages. And then we're going to be looking at love messages. And then at the end, I'm going to be pulling some cards. If you have any questions, I'm going to be pulling, I'll set it up so it has 3 different piles, and then we'll pick a card for each pile. So if you have multiple questions, like 3 questions, or if you just have 1 question and want to see how one of the piles that you pick correlates to whatever your question is, then we'll be doing that. I'm going to be pulling from several different decks. I've got the Guardian Angel Messages Tarot. That end question or questions that you might have will be pulling from the Angel Answers Oracle. I've also got a homemade behemoth deck that is still being added to for general messages. I've got one I've started for love messages. We'll also be pulling from the Gypsy Witch fortune telling cards, the Romance Angels Oracle cards, and the Love Oracle cards. So let's go ahead and dive right in to your messages to see what Spirit wants to say to you. Make sure everything's centered on here. Okay. Alright, Spirit. What are the air signs manifesting since this massive astrological event, this super full blue moon in Aquarius? I need 3 cards, please. 3 cards for the air signs, please. What do the air signs need to know? What are they manifesting? 1 more, please. I think I'm going to need to pull this one. Okay. Okay, so the first one that came flying out, well, that's fitting. Queen of Air. Brilliant, experienced, humorous. So this would actually be Libra energy. And then we've got transformation. Realization, life change, and liberation. So this would be the Tower. Interesting. And then we've got the 6 of Fire, the 6 of Wands, which is success, recognition, self-esteem. Okay, so what I'm seeing for a lot of you is that the manifestation, what you're trying to manifest right now, the changes that are going to be happening for you, first of all, you've got a major transformation coming in. I do feel like one of the things with the Queen of Swords is that she is my no BS queen. She cuts out all the BS in her life. She might be able to tolerate so much to a certain degree, and then past that point, she's done. Like, there's no, her cutoff game's strong, right? So she is going to reach a certain point where she's like, no, I'm not dealing with this anymore. I'm not taking this BS from anyone. And she's going to use that sort of truth, the Ace of Swords as I like to see it, to cut out any BS in her life. And I feel like this is part of some sort of process that you're currently going through, air signs. I feel like you're ready for some sort of major transformation. And whether that is going to be an internal Tower moment or it's going to be an external one, I mean, it's going to be different for everyone. But I feel like you are ready for a major life change. And I feel like there have been people you've surrounded yourself with that have not had your best interest in mind or at heart. A lot of you could be surrounded by people who just tell you what you want to hear, not tell you what you need to hear. And I feel like you're setting yourself free from this, because with the Queen of Swords and the Tower, this is like liberation from BS. I don't know how else to put it. It's very straightforward. This is going to be successful with the Six of Wands. This is all about you stepping into your power and being seen in some sort of way. Some of you could actually be seen like on social media, stepping into the spotlight somehow, getting a major promotion, like a managerial role, or doing some sort of like public speaking. I don't know, it could be anything. But the point of the Six of Wands is that there's the success and victory that lies ahead for you. But for a lot of you, the success and victory is not... it's more of like an internal. I mean, there's going to be external changes as well, but this is more of like internal transformation, internal success. Like, you had your mind set on something, you wanted to do it, and then finally you do it. You cut out this, whatever this BS is, transform your life, make this major life change, and you're like, yes, I did it. I've thought about doing it for ages now. It could be, I'm hearing years for some of you. And this could be anything. This could be like where you live doesn't work for you. The people you surround yourself doesn't work for you. Your job no longer, the career path you're on no longer works for you. It's like, you know, deep down this has been coming for a long time. This isn't a sudden thing, I don't think, for a lot of you. I don't think this was a sudden realization. It could be with that Tower, where you wake up one day and you're like, you know what, I'm so sick of this. What can I do to change it? I think for a lot of you, this has been a long time coming. I think a lot of you haven't figured out a way to transform your situation or yourself. Maybe a lot of you have been trying to manifest these changes for a long time and nothing's really changing, and you can't figure out, you know, what you're doing wrong or which direction you need to go. All you know is that you have to make the necessary changes. You have to have some sort of, I don't know, breakthrough with this transformation to liberate yourself from this situation. And you are going to be successful with that. I do feel like, too, with the Six of Wands here, this is all about your inner confidence as well, your self-esteem. It's like, not only will this provide a boost for you, but I feel like you're already trying to do that within yourself. You're so dedicated to manifesting whatever this is, this massive change in your life. This life change is basically, I mean, it has life change on here. You are just, it's like, I feel this, I'm trying to figure out how to describe it. It's like almost relief, but you're so ecstatic at the same time. It's like, finally, I can't believe I finally did this. I can't believe it finally came true. It finally happened. I can't believe I got rid of those people. I got rid of my, you know, now ex, or I got rid of those toxic family members or friends. I quit that job I hate and started a new career path. You know, whatever it is, that's what it feels like. It just feel, you got out of that city that you don't like to live in and was doing nothing for you, and nothing changed in that city, and you just needed change, is what I'm feeling, air signs. And so now, some of you could be dealing with the Libra who's helping you through this. I don't know if that's a message for someone out there that's coming through. But for others of you, this is going to be internal. This is, some of you are going to have external factors at play, but I feel a lot of you with the self-esteem and the no BS queen here and this transformation, you're going to go through this realization. You're going to say, you know what? I'm ready. I'm ready to do this. You know, time's still going to pass you by no matter what. So what are you going to do with that time? I mean, a lot of people don't think about that. It's still, whatever it is you're wanting to do, if you want to move, okay, time's still going to pass you by. So, you know, are you going to set out to do your best to move, or are you going to sit there and stay in the same place? Are you going to stay in that career, that job you hate? Or are you going to actually take steps to find something new that you actually adore? Because time's still going to pass you by, no matter what. So I feel like there's just, I don't know, this moment, this internal tower moment that's coming through where a lot of you are going to be like, you know what, I'm fed up. I've had it. I'm at my breaking point. I'm done. I'm cutting out whatever isn't working for me. I'm going to be successful at this. I'm going for it. And that's really you recognizing your worth, your value, maybe some of you have been working on self-esteem and confidence, and it's just coming through, and it feels like it's coming through soon. So yeah, I mean, Libra season is just around the corner. That's going to be, we're almost in Virgo season, and Libra's right after that. So that's going to be September to October. So that could be the time frame that you guys are going to be experiencing this change. It doesn't have to be, because, you know, some people watch this past that point. I just saw 11:11 on the timer. Some people watch this video past that Libra season. It doesn't have to be that. Like, it could be any time. But I do feel like it's just around the corner for you. Let's get some more messages from the Gypsy Witch. What else do they need to know, Spirit? What do the air signs need to know? What do the air signs need to know? What's around the corner for them? What are they manifesting? Okay. First up. Also, the number 6 or 16 could be important somehow. We've also got 10 and 30. We've got the number 23. And then we've got 5 and 33. So, from the Gypsy Witch, this is it says the rod near predicts family quarrels. So this just, for the Gypsy Witch, it's different with like the way the layout of the cards is. I'm not going to really go by that. I'm just going to go with what the imagery is and kind of what it's saying. So it's talking about family quarrels. Some of you, this is what I was talking about with you cutting people out. People aren't going to like it. And I said a minute ago, I said, if you got toxic family members, especially people who are trying to sabotage you, your happiness. I just saw 1, 2, 3, 4 on the timer. And they're trying to hold you back because they're stuck in their own lives and they're projecting that on you. That's toxic. It's toxic behavior. So, I mean, some of you are going to run into some disputes with family members, I feel. Some of you, it could be friends. I don't know about coworkers. I wasn't really feeling coworkers. But yeah, with the family, they're not going to like that you're changing. They're going to feel like you're leaving them behind. Who can they control now? You know, it's like, some of you may be dealing with narcissists, but for others of you, it's people who, they might use you to some extent. I don't know, this is a weird energy. They might use you to some extent, or they might see you as a scapegoat of the family. They might try to put all their problems on you when it's not your problems to deal with, it's theirs. Like, they just don't want to take personal responsibility for their actions. I do feel like with, you know, that coming out with the Queen of Swords, it's like you're cutting out, again, a lot of toxic people, situations that no longer serve you, and it's going to upset some people. Oh, freaking well. Let them be upset. If they're upset that you are moving on towards your happiness and success and feeling, you know, better about yourself, those people do not have your best interest in mind. They are not for you. They are not in your corner. They're not one of your cheerleaders. They, you know, like I said, they're probably jealous that you are finding yourself in what truly makes you happy, because they haven't found that within them. Okay, so you have to understand that sometimes you have to go low contact to no contact with certain people. And I know a lot of people are like, but it's family. Okay, but if family are like, I want to say pieces of shit, but if they are abusers, if they're toxic, why would you tell people to go back to people like that? Friends, family, co-workers, I don't care who it is, even lovers, ex-partners, anything. If you are telling people, oh, but it's family, you know, blood is thicker than water. I hate that shit. A lot of times your family ends up being people who aren't even related to you. It ends up being a soul family. And a lot of times the people that the family you were born into is your karmic family. You have lessons to learn. You have to learn and grow and get out of that situation. And that sucks. But you're learning and you're growing and you're moving on. So next we've got this with the ring. So I'm seeing it says something here about it's an indication of a rich and happy marriage. So that's what I was getting from it. So a lot of you, maybe you're with someone that your family doesn't like. Could be different ethnicities, cultures, nationalities, or maybe there's some other reason. I don't know. Maybe they just don't want to see you happy, like I said. But I feel like a lot of you really love this person. You're ready to make a huge transformation in your life. And for a lot of you, with the Six of Wands and the ring, that means that you are going to be engaged soon. You're going to be married soon. You're going to be living in your truth with whoever this is. And this isn't really the love part, but that is coming out. So we'll see what comes out in the love messages too. And the last one is the clover. So it's a bearer of good tidings. Yeah, I just see it as like, I don't know, like a sign of good luck. And with the Six of Wands, some of you, like, again, you could be thrust into the spotlight somehow. You could go viral on social media. You could get into a job where you are like the leader that everybody's looking up to, but somehow, some way, you are having to step into a much bigger role. You have bigger shoes to fill. And so I am seeing that there's a stroke of luck here. You might think something's not going to work out, but then it does, and it works out better than you had imagined. So let's get some more messages. I'm going to get some from my homemade deck, the behemoth, as I like to call it. And I'm still adding more messages to it. We'll see if anything comes out related to what we've been discussing. And if you're enjoying this video, please give it a thumbs up. It does help the algorithm. It helps more people find this video. More air signs like you. And this is, these videos are Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, because we're talking about love in some of these. So, feel free to watch for your other signs as well. Let's see, Spirit, what other messages do you have for the air signs? Just need 3. There's 1. Okay. Well, that's 4, but I'll take it. That's fine. Okay, so we've got something about 1 to 2 years or longer, so the distant future. That could be engagement that's coming up for y'all. Now, I know this is supposed to be like the rest of the year, the next few weeks, but there's something here that Spirit wants you to know about. 1 to 2 years or longer, distant future. Alright, y'all, sorry for the change. I had to, the sun was setting and I had to turn on some lights because it was getting too dark. Anyway, so we were at the 1 to 2 years or longer, distant future. For some of you, this could be like engagement, marriage. I don't think it pertains to this transformation. But I do feel like for a lot of you, it is this. Now, for some of you, I know it says distant future on here, but for some of you, I was picking up that maybe this has been a struggle for the past couple of years, like 1 to 2 years. And you've been trying to figure out how to get out of your situation, whatever that situation may be. So I did pick that message up as well. The next one I got was psychic. So you could be psychic. Some of you could have visited a psychic on, or I guess about like what to do, maybe like a tarot reader, and see what they had to say about getting out of this situation, transforming your life. So clairvoyance, clairaudience, claircognizance, clairsentience. I think there's like 4 others too. That has to do with like touch and taste and smell. I don't know. I didn't have those written down. Extrasensory perception, which is ESP, and telepathy. So maybe some of you, this makes me think of like intuition as well. Maybe some of you intuitively knew that change was on the horizon. Something was about to happen. You just didn't know what it was going to be. I'm also seeing unbothered. So a lot of you, this is the energy you're going to be in when you've got family or friends, ex-family, ex-friends, who are trying to hold you back, who are trying to weigh you down, who are not happy for you. I think you're going to be in this unbothered energy. You're just like, you know what, I'm done with y'all. I've had enough. Whatever. Goodbye. Good luck to you. Peace out. And then the last one, we got an extra one. So far, you're the only group that's gotten fire signs, and earth signs did not get a fourth one. I don't know. I haven't done water yet, but public knowledge. It's public now, which is interesting because you got the 6 of Wands here, which is about being in the spotlight, in the public. So something could be, you know, there's something here about going public. Maybe this is like the engagement, and you're announcing it on, I don't know, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, something like that, Twitter. But it could be that you are being, again, you're being thrust into the spotlight. And whatever you've been working on, whatever this transformation is, something about it is, it's public. It's out there now. Like, there's no going back from that. So, those are what I see for the general messages. Let's jump over into the love messages, and then we'll get into the angel answers. So for the first love messages, I'm going to be pulling from the Romance Angels Oracle deck, and then I'll pull from the Island Time Wellness Love Oracle cards. And then my homemade deck. And we will see what Spirit has to say about your love life. Now, this could be for singles. This could be for people who are already in a relationship. Especially since we've got that ring here. So, Spirit, what messages do you have for the air signs? What messages do you have for the air signs, Spirit? Okay. Let's see. All right. We got keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Who else got this? I think it was the earth signs. So some of you may have earth in your chart. Again, this is for sun, moon, rising, or Venus. So check out the other signs to see if any of those readings resonate. So keep an open mind. Because your soulmate may differ from your usual type or expectations. So this could be a different physical appearance. Like maybe you like dating people who have darker features, and then somebody comes along with blonde hair, blue eyes, or red hair, green eyes, and they tick off all your boxes, and you know, you're basically like, well, what's going on? This person ticks off all the boxes, but they're not my type. Or maybe you date your own ethnicity, and you're used to dating your own ethnicity, and then somebody comes along who's from a different ethnic background, a different culture, maybe even a different nationality. There you go. Maybe you are spiritual, and the person coming along is religious, or maybe you're spiritual, and they're very analytical, large-minded atheist. It can be a whole different slew of things, but basically, Spirit's just saying, keep an open mind with this. Next card is calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So a lot of you are in that manifestation mode. You're, you know, doing the law of assumption, law of attraction stuff. And you know, you're already in the mindset, I am calling in my person. This is going to be my year. Maybe that's what the 1 to 2 years is. Within the next 1 to 2 years, you're going to be bringing in your soulmate. The person that you're going to get married to. The person you're going to be public with. So, and then we got express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So, a lot of you are calling in your soulmate, calling in your romance. But just remember to keep an open mind with that. Because it may not be who you expected. It may not be the type of person you expected, but, you know, that sometimes that's the way everything works out, and sometimes it works out for the better that way. And two, I'm also getting a message where if you're attracted to people who maybe, if you're used to the type of people who, I can put it like, the nicest way would be to treat you like shit. People who ghost you, people who don't make time for you, people, like, you're over that. You're over that shit. You're done. You don't want that type of person. And that's the type that you're used to. Your type, not, I don't think it's you blatantly picking or selecting people who treat you like shit. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, you have a type where, there are people who come along who show red flags in the beginning, and those red flags can be overlooked at times. This time around, it feels like you're finding a nice person, a good, genuine person. Because I feel like you guys, most of you are just fed up. And I feel like that's where you're resorting to prayers, affirmations, visualizations. Like, what techniques can I do in the law of attraction, law of assumption, you know, to get my person to come in? So that is like a different type that I'm seeing, not just physically or maybe their background, but also the type of person, like who they are as a person. They're not a shitty person. And maybe you're used to shitty people. This is you calling in a different type, as in someone who is going to treat you the way you want to be treated. Someone who's going to love and respect you the way you want to be loved and respected. Okay? Spirit, what other messages, love messages do you have for the air signs? 3 cards, please, for the air signs. 2 more, please, for the air signs. They do not want to come out. Okay. Well, I'm going to take that one too. Just feel it. Okay. This is the first one that came out. The snake. Competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder, the other woman. Could be the other man too, the other person. Take what resonates. So, again, I feel like that is, when I was just talking about, it's so weird that message just came through. I was talking about your type, which is these people who treat you like this. I'm not saying you do it on purpose. Please don't, please do not take it that way. It feels like to me that there's just this, it's like some of you are so sick and tired of meeting, it feels like the same person, like same shit, different person. That's what it feels like. Every time you date someone, it's like, oh God, here we go. Here we go again. It feels like the same person that I was dealing with last time. So I feel like with you doing all of this law of assumption, law of attraction work, I feel like you're tired of dealing with the snakes. You don't want to deal with snakes anymore. Now, some of you, because this is an overall love reading, some of you are dealing with the snake. Some of you have learned that you are the other person. I'll put person. I know it says other woman. Other person. And you've got somebody who has come in. Maybe they've slithered their way into a relationship that you're already in. Or maybe they've done that with somebody that you thought you were about to be in a relationship with, and it didn't go anywhere because this other person came in, and suddenly your person's attention was on them, or the person you thought was going to be your person. Yeah, it could be a bunch of different scenarios, but that's what I'm seeing. We've also got hammer, sabotage, rebuilding, interrogation, repetitive, persistent, working on it. So for a lot of you, this could be that somebody you were dealing with actually did sabotage. They did have somebody else. They could have been dating you and put in the time, energy, and effort, and then suddenly something switched, is what I'm feeling. And you notice that there's something weird going on. I think that's why I have, like, the interrogation on here. It's like, what's going on? Like, what, you know, what can we do to fix this? Trying to rebuild something. But for some reason that also makes me think of, like, the gavel with a judge, where they lay down the gavel, like, order in the court kind of thing. So it was almost like, for a lot of you, you were trying to bring some sort of order back into your relationship. I don't know that it worked. I think for a lot of you, you're letting this person go so you can call in your actual soulmate. And for others of you, you've learned that somebody basically was just stringing you along. I don't know how else to put it. And you could have thought that that's my person. That's the person I'm going to end up with. I know we're going to be in a relationship. And you had all of this, like, fantasy ideas and dreams and stuff going on in your head about who this person it was, but it's like you put them up on a pedestal and you weren't seeing them clearly. So, I don't know. I do feel like this, it feels more like if you're dealing with this person now, you're going to be getting rid of them, and then you're going to be calling in the actual soulmate. The Grim Reaper. The relationship is over. No second chances. Grow and transform your life. Yeah, just exactly what I just said. It feels like somebody's just, and I could be talking to multiple people, or just one, but whoever's watching it feels like somebody's just done with this. And whether you're just dating and you're done with the type of people who just keep showing up to dates and just don't want to put in the effort, and you're done with that, laying down the law, right? And you're over it, or you're in a relationship, you found out that there was someone else, and you broke up with them. There's something about that there. The good news is the last card is Paradise. Happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other. So again, you're calling in your soulmate. You're calling in the actual soulmate. You could have thought this person was your soulmate. This person was not your soulmate at all. They didn't have your best interest in mind. They didn't give a shit about you. Let's be real. So, I feel like a lot of you are focusing on putting yourself back out there. A lot of you are not. A lot of you are healing, and that's fine. Some of you are going on vacation with that Paradise card. That's what it makes me think of. You know what? Going through a bad breakup? Nah. I'll go take myself out on vacation. Why not? Maybe you'll meet somebody while you're on vacation. While you're traveling. And again, there's that keep an open mind. You might be in a different country, right? Somebody from a different background, different culture, different nationality, ethnicity, whatever. And that's where that would come in. And that happens to people sometimes. You know, they go through a bad breakup. They're like, you know what? I'm going to do me for a while. I'm going to heal. I'm going to go on this vacation. And then they meet someone while they're traveling. And it turns out to be the best person ever for them. So, let's get some love messages about this new person, this soulmate. Not this, you know, crappy person or persons who are leaving you out in the cold, stringing you along, cheating. Yeah, forget them. We need 3 cards for the air signs, please, Spirit. 3 messages for the air signs. There's 1. That's too many. Let's get this one. I'm tired of running. Okay. So, definitely dealing with the runner. But, you know, sometimes people, they have a hard time opening up. A lot of people do. And they're not good with emotions. And they run away from them. This could be somebody who has like an avoidant attachment style, where when they start feeling like they're being too vulnerable, they're afraid something bad is going to happen. Oh, I just opened myself up to, you know, this person. Oh, are they going to shit all over me? Are they going to use that against me somehow? Like, they're worried that they have opened up maybe to someone, you, or they've done this in the past and that person took advantage of them. I do feel like with that express your love, it's like Make the romantic gesture. Be vulnerable. Don't be afraid of this. Okay, let's pull... I'm going to actually pull this one. Time stands still when I'm with you. And... my time with you was the best time of my life. There's something here about time. Now, again, this is going back to, like, if you have just a short amount of time, let's say you are on vacation, and you have that short amount of time that you can see somebody, that would make sense. Because you're on borrowed time. You're on limited time. I mean, you can extend that vacation as much as you want to, but at some point you gotta go back to work and, you know, you gotta return home. You can't stay. But it feels like there's something here about limited time, or maybe some of you are like really busy with work. Maybe they're really busy with work. Maybe they're using that as an excuse to run. And I feel like for a lot of you, they're tired of that. They don't want to be in that energy anymore. They want to be in the happy paradise, right? Join each other, blissful. That's the kind of energy they want. Okay. Last but not least, if you have 3 questions, you can pick a pile for each. If you have 1 question, you just want to pick 1 pile. 2 questions, you want to pick 2 piles. Or if you have a question and you want to see if all 3 piles resonate, we can do that too. So, if you need to pause here and meditate on your question, do that now. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and jump in and see. The first one is a yes. The second one is in the near future. It's interesting, we got that 1 to 2 years distant future, and then we got another one that says in the near future. And for a lot of you, I feel that goes back to that transformation, the, you know, 6 of Wands. Yeah, I said it did feel like it would be 1 to 2 years. I knew it would be sooner than that. And then we've got abundance. I feel like there's going to be a lot of abundance in all aspects of your life. Air signs, I feel like, you know, you're going to have that abundance with you being in that 6 of Wands energy and breaking away. You've got that, remember, you got the clover here for luck. You've got abundance in your love life that's coming, where a lot of you are going to be getting engaged, married, or just taking things to the next level. Finding the soulmate of your dreams, the one you have been manifesting, and being more serious about spending time with each other. Again, the time. So yeah, that's what I feel is going to be happening for all of you. Hopefully something in this reading resonated. If it did, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. And again, if you need to book a personal reading with me or any spell work, that link is down below. And I'll see you in my next video.